Hello, hello. I hope you've been doing alright, but if not, that's okay too. Just sit back, relax, maybe grab a snack. Nothing with crumbs if you're in bed though. Now, I've never released a YouTube video before. When I was younger, I used to have a really hard time falling asleep. I used to stay awake until I couldn't keep my eyes open, and sometimes the sun would come up before that happened. I used to watch this one Hearthstone YouTuber who uploaded hour-long clips, and they would help keep bad thoughts away, or just long enough for me to fall asleep. So if I could do that for you, or for anyone out there, it would make me really happy. If you can, please just let go of your worries for a bit and enjoy the show. Today, we're gonna be starting our quest to 100%ing Slay the Spire. I don't know how long it will take, but we're in no rush. We're gonna take our time and just enjoy the journey. I love this game. It used to frustrate me a lot the first couple times I played it, but I've been hard a couple times, and I got about 50% of the achievements on my main account before I thought this might make a good YouTube series. So, to share my love for this game, and maybe serve as a guide for people also trying 100%. Most of all, just to spread some good vibes and help you relax. Let's do this. Starting on a fresh account and nothing unlocked. Let's begin. Embark on our quest to slay the Spire. Begin with the Ironclad. And the other characters are locked. That's okay, because I think Ironclad might actually be my favorite. Remaining soldier of the Ironclads. Sold his soul to harness demonic energies. And that has given us burning blood. At the end of combat, we heal 6 HP. Let us embark. Act 1. Exordium. Now, first step always is to look at the path in front of us. Got a couple branches. And usually I just try to get as many of these question marks as possible because I think they're the most fun. Here we got our boss. I think this is the armadillo guy. The Sandshrew armadillo guy. I do not mind fighting him too much. I think we're looking at this right path. That looks good. Take this middle path, get these question marks. So let's begin with the middle. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you are out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn, and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your next turn. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. If an enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to gain some block. I am ready. Alright, we got these louses. And we got no blocks, which means we might be taking some damage. But I think we might be able to get lethal on this guy. Actually, maybe not. Let's see. Do 8 plus 9, which is 17. Actually, we do get lethal. And back. I'm still taking 7 damage, but it's okay. Us again. Let's defend and strike. He's got that defensive crow, which gives him a little bit of block. No more cards. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the draw pile. Now, we just hit him with our bash and a strike to finish the fight. Get our gold, and like Twin Strike, solid early card. Reckless Charge is useful. Headbutt is a bit of a slow card, but it can be quite useful if you've got a card that you're looking to target. I think for now, I'll take Reckless Charge. It's a fast card. It might save us now and again. The Cleric. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile.
Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services?
The creature shouts loudly. Now, this might not be something obvious, but removing cards from your deck is actually super valuable because you're not drawing a weak card. That means you're drawing a strong card. So I'm gonna get rid of his strike for now. A cold blue flame envelops your body and dissipates. Creature grins.
Cleric talented. Have a good day.
Both of these paths have 2 question marks and 1 enemy, so it doesn't matter which we choose. I'll choose the enemy first. Got Jawworm. Now, I think I do want to block. I don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Even though we heal at the end of the fight, it's better to be safe than sorry. And now we get to strike him as he intends to block and buff. He's got some strike. A little scary, but we'll just continue striking and damaging. Bash, and Jawworm is defeated. Now Warcry is quite good, but we don't have cards to use Warcry for, because Warcry is used to change what turn you want to play a card on. Anger can be useful, but for now I think we're just going to be doing Twin Strike because it's a solid card. As we head to our next event, we got Scrap Ooze. As you walk into the room, you hear gurgling and the grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature. It ate too much scrap for its own good. In the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light. Perhaps something magical? It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. Let's do it. YOLO, as they say. Ouch. All you find is corroded metal and a bit of burning pain. However, you're still convinced there's a relic. We're in already. Ouch. Again. Deeper. Success. Relics found throughout the Spire grant you unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Through rummaging through the metal and burning acid, you finally grab a hold of a relic and yank it out. You pull your way out of the ooze, damaged but rewarded. We got Matryoshka. The next 2 non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. That's really good. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. Now, upon closer inspection, there are tides of strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do you do? Nah, donut's pretty good. Banana, we don't need healing. We already got our burning blood. And regret. At the end of your turn, lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand. Regret is actually a pretty bad curse to get, especially if you have certain kinds of decks. But I also do like getting a random relic. My max HP is quite good, but I'm gonna get relic because I think it's more fun. The boot. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. That is a really good relic for the right deck. You grab the box. Inside, you find a relic. However, you really crave the donut. You're filled with sadness, but mostly regret. Maybe I should have gotten the donut. But now I find a campfire where I will smith to upgrade. Now, I do quite like upgrading Bash. 3 vulnerable is much more useful than 2 vulnerable. We don't have much gold, so I'll be skipping the shop. Although if I skip the shop, that means I must fight this elite boss, which can be quite dangerous. So I'll have to make a decision. Actually, no, I can go right. Alright, let's get our event. Got a shop. Now I can use this removal to get rid of the curse, which I think I shall do. Not like having regret in my deck. Now, enemy is intending to buff, which means we attack. Now, we'll take 1 damage in order to play this Bash. I think that's alright. Because it means we can finish him off on this turn. Got ourselves an ancient potion, an artifact. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you between rooms. Potions are really good in this game. Power cards. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of the combat. Demon Form is really good. You can build a whole deck around this card. I will be taking it. And it's golden too. Very pretty. Now let's get our relics. Horn Cleat. That can be quite good. At the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. And Whetstone. On pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. Alright, we got better strikes. Will not say no to that. And I think I want to take this path. I could fight the elite, but I'm really liking this deck, so I don't want to take an unnecessary risk. And at this nice, cozy, warm campfire, I can upgrade Demon Form. It's really good. What event is in store for us? Another chest. Every 3 turns, gain energy. Very good. And Wrinkle Pillow. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. It does look like a very fancy, very comfy pillow. Or these little gremlins. Now we can play our demon form, although we will take some damage for sure. I think we don't have much of a choice. Now, which one shall we attack? These gain strength upon being damaged, so I think it makes sense to go for the others. We are taking 16 damage. Not ideal, but we'll make it through. As we gain 3 strength, making our cards much stronger, we will be able to block 10 of this damage and finish off this gremlin. Yes, from our Horn Cleat, we gain block. Forgot about that. Now you can see why Demon Form is so good. it synergizes with cards like this, allowing us to do tons of damage. Now I can finish off one of these guys as well as block 10. So that's what I will do. I do have lethal. And now you can see how much damage our strikes are doing. Let's do our demon form. Now finish off the mad gremlin. All we have left is this little guy. Easy battle. We did take a decent amount of damage, but our deck is looking pretty good. Now Carnage. This is a great card for ending battles quickly. Bloodletting can definitely be very useful in the right deck. And Warcry is very good for consistency. But right now I think we need damage, so I'm going for Carnage. And already you can see Carnage paying off because I can one-shot this guy on the first turn. And I get an extra energy. I'll drop a twin strike on this other fungi beast. And do I have the ability to finish him off? This will deal 10, this will deal 9. After the vulnerable. Easy battle. Now, Sword Boomerang. This card synergizes so well with Demon Form. I do definitely want more block. So I do want that True Grit, but I gotta take the Sword Boomerang. Could fight a boss, get a relic, or I could take an event. I'm gonna... I do want to face the boss. Because I'm liking this deck, but... Let's see this event. I should have taken the boss. It's okay. Do I want to begin with Demon Form? I think we play it a little bit safer. And one-shot the louse, and that will let us block 5. Now he is not attacking, which means we can just focus on some damage. We are entangled, so our only option is to block. We should be able to finish him off on this turn. Nice and easy. Got another ancient potion. Now, out of these cards, I don't have exhaust cards, but it's a little bit of a slow card, although it allows us to play certain cards twice. We do have some cards that we want to play twice, but I think our deck is a little bit too much offense, not enough defense, so I'll be skipping that. Now the game doesn't want me to skip it, but sometimes it is the best move to skip a card. I will be smithing, because I believe in the heart of my cards, so I'm playing it a little risky. As we go to face the Guardian. Now, Demon Form on turn 1, that is perfect. And we can do a Sword Boomerang. We'll be getting 3 strength every turn. This should be an easy battle. This guy does do a lot of damage, but as you can see down here, after receiving 10 damage, he changes to a defensive mode, meaning we should be able to put him into his defensive form. Now, if I don't use Carnage, I will lose it. However, being vulnerable on him is also very useful. So I think I will put vulnerable on him. He's attacking us for a little bit. We will just be attacking him right back. Now you can see the amazing synergy between Demon Form and Sword Boomerang, because this applies the strength effect 4 times, meaning this strength buff, you can multiply that by 4. Twin Strike, it multiplies it by 2, which is also pretty good. Now, I think we might actually have lethal here. Perfect. We get our first achievement, the Guardian. As we defeat the Guardian. Definitely want the Cultist Potion instead of this artifact. We get our golden reward. Now, these are all pretty good. I like Impervious. Bludgeon is situational. Berserk can be quite good. But I think we want to be a little safe, so I'm taking Impervious. Gain 30 block. And let's get our boss reward. Empty Cage. Pick up, remove 2 cards from your deck. Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions. Fusion Hammer. Gain energy you can no longer smith. This could be quite good. An Empty Cage. We had some curses, I would take that. But Sacred Bark, potions in this game are super good. So that relic is also super good. And now we are in Act 2, the city. Now this means we're fighting the Knight. His name the Champion, I believe. Now let's take a look at our routes. I like being able to choose, so I'll probably go left. Definitely want to visit a shop. But most of all, we just want to hit these question marks. So what is a good path for that? I'm feeling right. As we begin our battle against a Spheric Guardian. Let's hit him with a Carnage and a Strike. He's just going to be blocking this turn. Our Spheric Guardian keeps his block every turn. So definitely want to focus on getting his health down. And to that, we'll just play all these attacks in our hand. Now we definitely need more defense. You can see that our hand is just too many attacks. But we're getting lucky that he's not attacking too hard. And I might be able to finish him off here. Bash and Twin Strike. Oh, 2 off. That's okay. And we'll finish him off this turn. Nice and easy. I like these. I'm gonna get rid of this Swift Potion and get the regen, just to be safe. Now, we definitely need block, and Shrug It Off is pretty great. They fight the birdies, the little birds. think we can finish. No, because the flight blocks quite a bit of damage. Let's play Shrug It Off for now. It'll protect us from all of their attacks. And doing some damage to these guys. I want to play this demon form. You can see how much damage these guys are doing. That is a lot of damage. Now, if we had the right cards, we could knock some of them down. But luckily, we have this Horn Cleat, so we're not taking too much. I think I will play the demon form. I'm gonna be taking a little damage, but I want to be able to finish these guys off. Now, Impervious would have been great to have last turn, but you don't always get what you want. Now, we will be able to knock this guy down. Like that. Give him a little stun. Block that damage. And deal some damage to this guy. Let's get our block set up. Finish this guy off. And then we can knock this guy down. Now, Sword Boomerang is really good. I think I should guarantee that he gets knocked down and we finish him off with a strike. Hemokinesis is quite good. You get a lot of damage for not a lot of energy. Armaments Plus is also very good. And I do think I need more defense. You have a lot of upgraded cards already. I think I'm actually going to take Hemokinesis. Because sometimes the best offense is good defense. I do have a fair bit of gold, so let's try this shop out. Ooh, I do like bronze scales. Orange pellets can be very good at the right build. Ooh, pummel. This is perfect for our strength build. I have to get this. And I think I will take bronze scales. It's dangerous to go alone. Give me all your gold. No. Carnage is a little bit of a weak draw, but yeah, I think for now, this is how we play it. If I shrug it off, draw. Now, I really wish I did not draw that at the moment, so I would have preferred to play it. But this fight should be going okay anyways. We are affected with a hex, but not the worst debuff. We really want to keep our health up because we need as much health as possible going into the boss. It's a perfect draw. Impervious fully blocks his attack, and we can hit him with a twin strike. Now, do we have enough damage to finish him off? Almost. Next turn, we should surely be defeated. Ooh, fruit juice. We do want to drink that. So I should have played the regen potion. Now, I think we discard the ancient and we drink our fruit juice. Sword Boomerang synergizes amazingly with our strength build, but I do think we need more defense, so I will be getting True Grit. You find yourself in a room filled with racks of test tubes, beakers, flasks, forceps, pinch clamps, stirring rods, tongs, goggles, funnels, pipettes, cylinders, condensers, and even a rare spiral tube of glass. Why do you know the name of all these tools? It doesn't matter. You take a look around. Let's find some potions. Elixir. That could be right with the right build, but not ours. Now, Heart of Iron, this can be amazing. And I love colorless potions, especially with the duplicate. However, I think for now, we can skip that. Now we have a choice here. Do we want to fight in Elite? Or do we want to just take a normal fight and an event? I'll take the question mark. Now, this snake plant is a bit of a difficult fight, but we got a good draw. Got the impervious, the block is 21 damage, and we can play our sword boomerang to deal some. Now you can see he gains block every time we attack him. But now we have the option of playing our strength or dealing damage. I think we're going to block and do some carnage. Now you can see how useful the bronze scales are, especially because they go right through the malleable. Now let us draw a card. We have enough to finish him off. Almost. I believe he will be affected with the debuff. With the vulnerable. Perfect. Fear. Now this could be quite good, but we do have Bash, so I don't need it too much. Now I do want a War Cry. This card can be much better than it appears, because it allows you to choose which cards you draw. Shrug It Off would also be good, because I do want more defense in this deck. I think I'm going to take the War Cry for now. I want consistency. As we head into the shop, as we are too broke to buy anything, but that's okay. We can get some smithing done at this green fire. Now we have very interesting cards here. Pummel could be quite good. Upgrade, so could Ethereal. A War Cry upgraded allows you to draw 2 cards, which turns this from a card that has no card advantage to a card that has a card advantage of 1. A much bigger deal than you might think. A card advantage is allowing you to draw more cards. Term from Hearthstone. I don't know if it's too relevant to Slay the Spire, but I will use the vocabulary that I know. Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Centurion and the Mystic with Demon Form on turn 1. Perfect. Because they aren't attacking, it's a great turn to set up Bash. Now this guy will begin healing the Centurion. However, I believe we just continue our plan. Now, Sword Boomerang. Let's see how it lands. Do we have enough to finish this guy off? This will deal 32, and this will finish him off. From here, I believe we play our War Cry, and we want some block, but this acceptable. One off. That's okay, we take some damage, but we've got some good potions for healing. Now, these cards do not seem too valuable to our deck, so let's just skip them. Let's head on the right path. Upgrade another card. Upgrading Hummel would allow it to benefit from our strength one more time. Upgrading Impervious would allow us to block an extra 10. I will upgrade Impervious, although the utility of that is only for super strong enemies. Turn on Bash into Hemokinesis to deal a good amount of damage. Wish we didn't draw our demon form, but this fight should still be okay as we fight Mistress Neko. Now he randomizes the cost of all of our cards, but it looks like that's to our benefit. We can play our damage for now. Now, you will do some damage to us, but we will survive. Look it off will allow us to survive most of his damage, and luckily we did draw an attack we can play. I believe we should be able to finish him off here. I miscalculated because of his ability. Changing the cost of my moves. But luckily we do have that regen potion. Now Barricade synergizes amazingly with Impervious. It is quite a slow card, but I will take it. As we fight the bird and the chosen, let's start with a war cry, see what cards we got. And demon form is exactly what I was looking for. Let's play that, and let's play our defense. We have enough block, so let's just begin with our attack. And hit him with some carnage. Or the pummel will actually knock him down immediately, thereby allowing us to finish him off with a strike. And we strike the chosen. Now, we can shrug it off to protect ourselves. Bash him. Reckless charge. And he's down to half HP. Now, shrug it off. See what we get. Combo of 43 damage and enough to finish him off. Distilled Chaos could be quite good. These cards do not seem to benefit my deck, so I will skip them. Now, I do wish I played the regen potion so I could pick this up. You definitely want to use your potions because throwing them away is not valuable either. But all of these are very good, especially against bosses, so I will keep them for now. An old beggar cloaked in fur reaches his hands out towards you as you pass. There's some coin, child. Do I have any curses here? Actually, many of these cards are quite good. I might want to get rid of this carnage. However, now I've got very little gold, so I'll keep it for now. The beggar looks to the floor as you pass. You will never make a difference. You never do. Quite rude, but perhaps I should have helped him out. It is nice to be nice to people. Now, I could upgrade, but I'm going to play it safe because I don't want to lose this run right now. Let's rest before the boss. As we fight the champ. Bash. Now, I do want to keep the pummel because this card's very good with the demon form. But he will be buffing himself. Perfect demon form draw. Exactly what I was looking for. And our horn cleat allows us to perfectly block this attack. It should be an easy battle. We can play a war cry. We don't need our impervious for now, so hit him with some strikes. He is planning to debuff us, but that means we are free to just attack. It does plan on doing some damage to us. Let's block. And we're gonna save our pummel until we got a lot more strength from our demon form. We'll take a little damage, but it's alright because we'll heal up at the end of this fight. Now, 30 damage is definitely more than I want to take, but I do not have a choice, and we will be able to finish this fight, I do believe. Now we can establish the barricade, which could be very good if I ever draw the Impervious. I would also like to play the Twin Strike, but let's play it safe for now. It's doing a lot of damage to us. Now we can do 80 damage plus 51. So we can do 131 damage. Now he actually does kill us on this turn, which is a little scary. So we're gonna drink ourselves this regen potion. And we might also want to get some block. Discard this. Now this is a perfect time to use our Impervious, as well as to refresh the vulnerability on him. I think I might have actually been able to have lethal on that turn, but it's okay. We'll finish him off very soon. Achievement unlocked. The champion. Defeat the champ. Get a second demon form. That would be a little funny, but I think it's a little too slow. The Impervious is the safe play, especially with the barricade. Let's get ourselves our relic. Now, Slaver's Collar. This is one of the best relics in the game, I do believe. Coffee Dripper. Gain energy, but you can no longer rest. Sozu. Gain energy, but you can no longer obtain potions. Now, I love my potions. And Slaver's Collar has no downside. So, let's take ourselves a Slaver's Collar. Looking like a very good run. Now we're facing the bird boss. The end of this. The sleeping one. I like this path. I like these question marks. So, we're gonna try to end up on that end. Or we could go on this end as well. Let's try to get here. Let's trace our way down. We will be fighting a boss. But let's begin here. We now face Orb Walker. Now, War Cry allows us to see what is in our deck. We'll get rid of the Carnage for now. I believe I will play the Bash. I will be taking 6 damage. But establishing the vulnerable allows us to do tons of damage on this turn. And I will play the Impervious. I could play both Hemokinesis and the Twin Strike, or I could play the Carnage. I will go to Carnage. I forgot about my Horn Cleat yet again, but this is an easy fight. It should be alright. You never want to take even a little bit of damage though, because it does add up. And when you fight the boss, you want every bit of HP that you can get. Will I be able to finish this guy off. Playing our True Grit does allow us to get rid of his burn, so you have to fully block his attack. Now he does have quite a bit of strength, but I believe we should be able to get through this without taking any more damage. And now the Carnage to finish him off. Another Twin Strike could definitely help. Intimidate could be useful, because it will help us survive a bit of damage. I think we take the Twin Strike for now. Tomb of the Lord Red Mask. A highly ornamented tomb can be seen on the other side of a floating path. Upon reaching the tomb, you notice a slot for gold coins with a scratched out inscription above it. Offer 208 gold to obtain 1 week to all enemies at the start. I do not believe that is worth it. I would rather purchase a relic from this shop. Now we can have Ancient Tea set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 energy. Now this can be really good because right before the boss is a rest site. Now, do I have any curses in my deck? I could do card removal. I'll pick up Bruise 5 random potions. I will get the Ancient Tea set. He likes my haircut. Thank you. Mind Bloom. While walking and traversing through the chaos of the Spire, your thoughts suddenly begin to feel very real. Imaginings of monsters and riches begin to manifest themselves into reality. Sensation is quickly fleeting. What do? I love getting this because 999 gold is awesome, but normality is a very bad curse. So, are there 2 shops that I can visit? Because if there are 2 shops, that means I can get rid of all the normality. There's 1 shop. Now, 999 gold would allow me to purchase anything I want from this shop. Well, I will do it because I think that's fun. Can it really be this easy? Now, I can remove 1 of these normalities at this shop. Normality is a very bad card to have in your hand. However, now I can purchase anything I want. So I'm going to buy the gambling chip. I'm going to get the red skull. I'm going to get the abacus. And do I want a sword boomerang? Combustion is interesting. No, I will get this Heart of Iron. This will allow me to get 24 metallicize for the final boss, which I think should basically be a free win. But we will see. Now, I shall upgrade a card. Upgrading Barricade would be useful. Anytime an upgrade reduces the energy cost, it's a very good upgrade. And let's play it safe. I think this is a winning deck right here. Choose any number of cards to replace. We definitely want a bit of block, so let's just get rid of everything. And we'll keep the Hemokinesis, perhaps. Pervious allows us to block everything, and Hemokinesis plus Twin Strike will defeat this enemy. From here, we can bash and strike. Now I should have drawn first, but this is an easy battle. Strike, and perhaps we should block. So I'm going to play this safe. Now, we don't want to play this card because he has thorns, so we'll be taking a lot of damage back. Now, this guy keeps on buffing himself with thorns. I should have taken him out earlier, especially given that my deck is based around multi-hitting. However, now focus on just wearing down his HP bit by bit. Telekinesis is quite good, as is strike in this scenario, because we do not want to be messing with these thorns. Finally, we can take him out. So Snecko Oil, I would prefer these. Now another exhaust could be good. Another War Cry. Weak would also be useful, but that mana cost is a little high. Ghostly Armor is a good defensive card, and I do need a little bit more block. We can either choose to upgrade a card, or we can choose a random event. I actually believe that the random event might be more interesting. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit. So, in the end, we upgrade a card anyway. I like the idea of upgrading our second Impervious. And from here, let's try to hit these question marks. Stone Calendar is a good relic. Now we fight the Spire growth. I definitely want to bash him, so we can get rid of these two. Demon form for his turn is excellent. I would like a little bit of block. So for now, we put the bash away. Barricade is great to establish early, especially with ghostly armor. We want to build up a good amount of excess block so that we can make it through this fight without worrying. However, we also want to be doing damage to him. Constriction is a bit of a scary debuff, and damage every turn. But with Impervious and our other defensive cards, we should be totally fine. I I can see how good those multi-hit cards are with Demon Form. One of the best synergies in this game. And now we can play whatever we want. And this fight should be pretty simple to get through. The Spire growth has been defeated without taking any damage. Now these cards are interesting, but I'm going to skip them because our deck is looking pretty good and I want the consistency. We got the Tangela Pokemon. I think True Grit would be good to play. I would also like to play the Bash. Let's put these away for now. Shrug it off, it's good. See what is in our deck. It's a lot of damage, but this guy has reactive, which means we can make him change his intent by attacking. And it's a little better, it's a little more manageable. We will be able to get through only taking 1 damage. Now, we could play Demon Form, and he will hit us with a negative effect. I believe he'll be putting a curse into our deck, which is not the scariest thing, but I do have Impervious, allowing me to get through whatever he plays. Perfect. Now he's planning on doing 30 damage to us. Not ideal. Let's see if we can change that. 15 is better for sure. We can play another one of these. We'll be defending here, and we can finally clear this normality out of our hand for now. There's some rain and thunder in the background. I hope it's relaxing and not too loud. Now, weakened is definitely not ideal to have. Let's do the damage that we can. Now I will accept the curse at this stage because I don't want to be too low in health. Now Impervious is good. We do have our barricade up. And we can play our offense. Now he will be taking away all of our block, but... Oh, Stone Calendar finished him off. Excellent. These cards are interesting, but I think my deck is solid as it is. So now, we visit our events, and then it's the boss. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip. You begin to fall. While in free fall, you consider your options. Land safely with your greatest techniques, channel a power to survive the fall, or strike at the wall to hang on to it. Well, this is a no-brainer. I need Demon Form and Shrug It Off is good, so let's get rid of our strike. We are able to latch onto the wall and manage to make a short leap onto another stable platform. As you slowly make your way up the twisting pathways, you constantly find yourself losing your way as the walls and ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. The constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. Passing by a structure you are certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you are going insane, or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyway, and why would they lie? Now we can receive 2 madness. These are not as good as you might think. Writhe and heal 23 HP, or lose 5 max HP. In a situation like this, I think that makes the most sense. You spend what seems like an eternity lost in the maze. Slowly but surely, you are able to retrace your steps. As you hear thunder crackling in the background, reorient yourself and make it out of the twisting passages. You feel drained from the experience. Now, jutting from the chaotic terrain around you, a bony sphere surrounds a mysterious object within. When you are curious what lies inside, you notice some sentries keeping an eye on it. Or we could receive a rare relic, but my deck is feeling pretty strong. There's no need to be greedy. We're about to fight the boss, and I want to be going into it with full HP. Because now begins our battle against the Awakened One. Now Barricade, very good to start with. Carnage, Pummel, we do not need. Strike and the Block are also not our best cards. Now this is quite a good start with Barricade and Impervious. As well, we can gain our Metallicize, as well as Ritual. Now, I forget, does this guy clear my buffs when he awakens? He does something when he awakens, so I might keep my potions just to be safe. However, let's just work on damaging these cultists. Actually, I think Ritual is safe to take. This gives us 2 strength per turn, so it's definitely good to establish early. We do have our Barricade up. Normality is not ideal. However, focus on offense. We want to get these cultists down before their Ritual gives them too much strength. And we have tons of block, we have nothing to worry about. Can I finish one of these guys off? I think this will finish him off. He's doing a good bit of damage, but nothing too much to worry about. Demon form up. It should be smooth sailing. Warcry, we can definitely exhaust this normality. Deck is looking good. 29 damage to the cultist. Finish him off. Ghostly armor would be safe. And another normality in here. He's gonna keep doing damage. But we've got more than enough block. And now our strength is building. Our attacks are doing a lot of damage. This should be an easy fight to win. Let's carnage him to deal 39. And we can get some block up. Take no damage. Our stone calendar deals another 52. On this turn, the awakened one should fall. But he is not defeated yet. The awakened one has awakened. Luckily, we have impervious and tons of strength. No problem. We have 31 strength and he has 2. Let's just keep going. All we need to do is just play our cards. And our very first descent to the Spire is almost complete. Hemokinesis. Discard the Void. Twin Strike. And the Awakened one has been defeated, and we got perfect. Defeat a boss without taking any damage. That's really good. Perfect. I wasn't even going for that achievement, but that's really good. That's a really good run. Proceed. What is this? The thump, the thump, the thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? You ready your blade. You deal 689 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 689 damage to the heart. A total of 14 billion? That's crazy. 14,636,643,707 damage. It's been dealt by all who have challenged it. It pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades and you drift to sleep. Victory. Achievement unlocked. Ruby. Beat the game with the ironclad. Ascension unlocked. Ascend 0. Unlock Ascension mode. Victory. Let us unlock our cards. Heavy Blade. Spot Weakness. Limit Break. All very good cards. Limit Break is super fun. Now we proceed. We have unlocked a new character. And the credits roll. So I will let the credits roll for the first time before and now I want to thank you for joining me on our very first episode. We beat 3 bosses, unlocked Ascension mode, got the perfect achievement for defeating a boss without any damage, and we unlocked the next character. I love strength build. It's one of the best builds, I think, for beating the game for the first time. It's pretty simple to run. You need the demon form for sure. And you want to get the multi-hit cards, because the multi-hit cards each apply strength on their own. It's a super strong build for the Ironclad. Let's skip these. We have unlocked the first third of the key to fighting the heart. Alright, thank you very much for joining me for our very first episode. I have been Workhorse Ouro.